Rays are on a roll, winning 4 consecutive to move to a season's high 5 games over 500. And tonight, flame-throwing right-hander Tyler Glasnow goes to the hill as Tampa Bay looks for the sweep over the reeling Royals. Well, the Rays have won 4 in a row, 3 of those against the Kansas City Royals. And tonight, Game 4, the wrap-up game of this series between the Rays and Kansas City. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to an evening of Rays baseball with Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats. Good to have you aboard tonight for the wrap-up game of this series. Well, the Rays pitching has been very impressive. In 27 innings, they've given up only 4 runs to Kansas City, and 1 inning notwithstanding in Boston. Tyler Glasnow, who's on the mound for the Rays, has made a very big impression.
Power, power, and more power for Tyler Glasnow. And let's look at his strikeout numbers, because it's all set up by that 4-seam fastball, and he's done a great job of keeping it simple. 4-seam fastball, work up in the zone with that, and then the curveball right off of it. I'll tell you, the velocity on the fastball, the spin on the curveball does not allow these guys much time to differentiate where he's going with it. And he's done a great job of splitting the plate top to bottom, 24 punch-outs in just 18 2/3 innings.
So Glasnow on the hill for the Rays tonight. He'll be opposed by the veteran left-hander Danny Duffy, who comes in with a mark of 7 wins and 11 losses. More good news from the Rays from the offensive side of things. Kevin Kiermaier has been picking up a cluster of hits. Just how hot is Kevin Kiermaier? Michelle Margot will tell us when we come back.
a key part in the Rays' recent success is Kevin Kiermaier. He started the season with injury after injury, and it has been a tough road for him to get back, but he has been able to turn that around. That brings us to our Toyota Inside Look. In the last 8 games, he is hitting .357 with 4 doubles. In 3 of those 8 games, he's had multiple hits, and last night was one of those games. He was 2 for 5 with a double. Here he is on his recent success.
Ever since coming off the DL, I've been trying to do too much, trying to make up for all my lost time and my bad play with one swing, and that's not how this game works. And like I said, I felt pretty good up at the plate for a while and didn't get the results I wanted to, so I just tried calming my effort level down, and had good results since then. So just try to keep it going and just try to see the ball and slow the game down and hit the ball wherever it's pitched.
Well, Kiermaier hits 7th today for the Rays. They have the birthday boy, Tyler Glasnow, on the mound against the lefty, Danny Duffy, for the Kansas City Royals. Tampa Bay with the chance to sweep and win 5 straight. First pitch with Dwayne NBA. Next.
Rays and the Royals tonight, and the Rays send Tyler Glasnow to the mound, making his 5th start for the Rays. The Rays look for a sweep, coming in with a mark of 66 and 61. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for Kansas City, presented by your Southern Ford dealers. Leading off is Whit Merrifield. He'll be followed by Alex Gordon and then Salvador Perez. Lucas Duda is the DH. Rosel Herrera in right field hits 5th in front of the first baseman Ryan O'Hearn. Hunter Dozier will be at 3rd. Brett Phillips is the center fielder hitting 8th, and Alcides Escobar will bat 9th.
Well, Tyler Glasnow looking to keep it rolling here as a starter here with the Rays, and I'll tell you, they've got him fully stretched out now. He should be good to go as long as he's effective. This will be his 5th start. You see the 18 2/3, 24 strikeouts, but how about just the 6 walks. You love that 4-to-1 ratio. He's done a nice job of staying in the zone outside of those 3 straight hitters against the Red Sox. Kind of an anomaly the way he's thrown for the Rays, but showing much improved command.
Well, here's Merrifield, the 8th leading hitter in the American League at 302. And the first pitch is a fastball a little bit high. That went in at 96 to start things. And another high fastball at 96. 2-0. Well, a great job by Glasnow recovering in that last outing in Boston. That was on Saturday. There's a strike. 2-1 after that difficult first inning. He settled in and pitched 6 2/3. And as you mentioned, the pitch count ran to 94, so he's in good shape there to go deep. 2-2 the count, cut and a miss.
You know, even that line right there, 6 2/3, 94 pitches, pretty efficient. And that goes back to, again, outside of the 3 hitters in the first inning where he walked 3 guys in a row, he did a great job of filling up that strike zone.
Foul ball holds the count right there at 2-2.
By the way, how about Whit Merrifield? You know, leading off here for the Royals, 4th straight game against the Rays, what he's had to contend with in the first inning. I mean, heat after more heat after more heat, right side, left side.
Snell, Stanek, now Glasnow. And there is a ball wide. Breaking ball in there, but missed with it, and the count is 3-2. There's Blake Snell, who worked 6 innings, 101 pitches here Tuesday. The tapper charged by Adames. Throw to first in time, and Merrifield is out of there.
Well, let's take a look at the Rays defense and see how it's going to line up here tonight. Brought to you by Gold and Diamond Source. And in that outfield, left to right, we've got Smith, Kiermaier, and Gomez. And across that infield, third to first, Duffy, Adames, Wendell, and Bowers, with Jesus Sucre behind the plate.
Alex Gordon. Pitch is wide. 1 ball, no strikes. A hot shot, going to be fair. Will head down into the corner and kick out to Gomez. Gordon on his way to second. He'll make it standing with a double. 15th double of the year for Alex Gordon.
Well, you're just trying to get it started. You get the 4-seam fastball, cut it loose. That ball right up around the belt, and Gordon gets the head out. Boy, how quick and short he was to the baseball.
Perez, pitch fouled out of play. Salvador Perez hitting .233. Perez had 1 hit in the game on Monday, another hit in Tuesday's game. 0 for 4 last night, up with a man in scoring position. His first time up tonight. You could see Glasnow hold the ball for a moment as Gordon opened a little bit more of a lead out there, and then the step back.
Well, you think back to Boston where they ran on him at will, and then the inside move is what bailed him out of trouble.
Yeah, that turned out to be very fortunate to get him out of that inning and then let him settle in again.
Yeah, well, you know, I think that was the inning that he had given up a stolen base to Mitch Moreland and JD Martinez. And those guys are not known for running, you know, for Boston. It's a running team. Those 2 guys not so much.
That's a strike on the outside corner. Perez caught looking. Out number 2.
Every once in a while, Tyler Glasnow will get a little bit of natural cut on his fastball. When he gets that combined with his velocity, look how that ball just tracks right to the corner. Perfect, unhittable pitch.
And handled nicely by Sucre back there.
I mean, think about that. I mean, that is a strong wrist forearm combo, no doubt.
Lucas Duda. You know, there are times when you'll see a catcher with a pitcher with some good stuff and action. That action will move his mitt, the catcher's mitt, out of the zone.
Especially on a pitch like that where you're reaching kind of across just a little bit.
There goes Gordon, and there will be no throw. And Gordon picks up the steal. It's his 6th of the year.
It will be very interesting, Dwayne, between now and the end of the season and then going into spring training next year to see what the Rays do about this, because this is going to loom as a problem for Tyler Glasnow. We have seen him victimized multiple times now without even a throw. They've gotten such a big jump.
And there's a strike. And there have been times when there's not even a look.
Right.
And they take advantage of that, time him up and take off, and there's not even a look. So that will be addressed first things first in terms of the Rays and the way they've dealt with Glasnow so far. It's a block by Sucre, 2-2, but boy, you're absolutely right. That's going to be interesting for the rest of this year to see how that works its way out.
Or if it becomes something in the offseason. And I think that's, you know, right now they want to get him settled in pitching. You know, he's come here, he's changed his arsenal just a little bit, a lot of four-seamers and curveball. He's kept it very simple, and you don't want to do anything to mess with the delivery right now, and you may have to do that over the long term to control that.
That's a liner and a base hit out of the reach of Wendell into right, and it scores Gordon as Kansas City breaks out in front 1-0. Duda lining a base hit, driving in his 44th run.
All of a sudden you start to gear up for that fastball, and the left-handed hitters have put some good swings on it. That ball, you see how it's kind of cutting across the plate? Just caught way too much plate, and Duda able to get it right over the head of Wendell out there in shallow right field.
Rosel Herrera. The move to first, Duda back in. Herrera ended the game last night when he was out at the plate in the 9th inning. That's a strike. Overall at the plate hitting .239 and 2 of his last 20. Upstairs 1-1. Tapper, a foul ball, 1-2. And that takes care of Herrera. He is out on strikes to retire the side. A run scores. 1-0 Rays coming in to hit. Starting lineup presented by your Southern Ford dealers. Malik Smith leading it off, followed by Matt Duffy and Jake Bowers. Crone, Wendell, and Adamas down the middle. Kiermaier hits 7th tonight. Carlos Gomez 8th. Jesus Sucre 9th.
Well, and Danny Duffy taking the mound here for the Kansas City Royals. Let's take a look at a scouting report on him. Predictable. You know, when Danny Duffy is even or ahead in the count, a very good mix, consistent mix of his pitches. When he falls behind, he becomes very predictable. And how about this, Dwayne? Jekyll and Hyde, all the years of breaking these pitchers down, I've never seen a difference like this. He's given up 1 or 0 earned runs 12 times out of 25 starts. He's given up 5 earned or more 10 times.
It's amazing.
I've never seen a breakout like that. You talk about all or nothing.
When he's good, he's very, very good. And when he's bad, he's very, very bad.
Yes.
And he's 7-11 this year with a 4.90 ERA. Well, we'll see which one shows up tonight. One thing, he has pitched better on the road than in his home ballpark. He's ahead of Malik Smith 1 and 2. Last 9 on the road, 5 and 1 with a 192. A little chop toward third. If that ball stays fair, and it is picked up fair by Dozier, that ball might have bounced foul, but it's a base hit.
And you know what, Dwayne? I think that Dozier got so close to that baseball on the read that if he was going to let this go, it was going to get by him. Watch, he goes in here. Well, now I got to field it. If I let that go and they call it fair, that ball's going to start rolling. You've got to chase it down. All of a sudden, Malik's will be on second. Yeah, I mean, that had a chance. I think it probably does stay fair, but he put himself into a spot where he had no choice but to grab that baseball.
So Malix, who came into the game hitting .350 off left-handed pitching, has an infield hit. And here's the other thing about Malix stealing bases. He's 4th in the league in stolen bases with 26. He's been caught 9 times. It's a foul ball just outside the bag, but with a lefty on the mound, he is 9 out of 10 stealing bases.
First movement. That right there is the rule of thumb. That's what has to happen. You do not have time as a base stealer to read the move or read the intention of a left-handed pitcher. As soon as that right leg flinches, if you're going to go, you're gone.
There he goes. Pitch up and in. Throw down. It's going to be through into center field. Malik sprawled on his back as he got to the bag there at second base, picking up his 27th stolen base.
And you know what? Even if that ball's caught, Dwayne, it's going to be a close play. And this is on a slide step. He broke on a slide step, and still, look how close that would have been. Now, if that's a perfect throw, they'd probably get him. But Duffy was so fast to the plate. And Salvador Perez, who is so adept at gunning runners down, especially at second, a little bit wide there. Yeah, they would have had him.
Duffy takes it upstairs. Duffy against Duffy here with a man in scoring position.
I have been waiting for this, and I know you have too, all day long. Duffy v. Duffy.
And it's fouled out of play. Got to go with the split screen in this situation. Duffy on the left, Duffy on the right. And strike 3 called. Andy Duffy wins the first round of the Duffy-Duffy matchup.
You've seen more of those fastballs in on Matt Duffy, especially from this Royals group, and right there on the edge, maybe even in just a little bit, but the benefit goes the way of the pitcher.
Now for the Rays, the left-handed bat of Jake Bowers back in the lineup. 0 for his last 15. And the turn, move back to second. Alex back in there.
right there was a great shot, Dwayne, of the oven mitt, and it certainly looked like it had maybe a little bit more on the edge.
The high foul, that's going to be out of play. Extended a little bit. It's got like a little landing helicopter pad on the backside of it.
He's obviously tuned into the broadcast, making sure that nobody sees that thing. Well, it's all to protect your lead hand, the one that you lead to the base with, at least most of the time. You're going to go to those outside edges and try to reach back with the left hand.
And another move back.
And think
back in.
And think about this. And, you know, obviously going in with the right hand there, but you think about that contraption right there. That it's to protect base runners from what happened to Tommy Pham. Or the hand goes back into the side of that bag, and you've got the fingers, you know, split apart, and all of a sudden you dislocate.
It's a strike. 0-2. Yeah, and there is Pham right there. He is hopeful of being back in a day or two.
Yeah, he said really it was the best possible scenario because it was dislocated. They got it back in, and now it's just about tolerance. And he was able to swing the bat a little bit today. And you know, the type of player he is and how, you know, hard he plays, a tough guy. He's going to be back in there sooner rather than later. And certainly in a series like the one that's coming up against Boston, Players Weekend, a lot of hoopla, playing the top team in Major League Baseball.
It's wide. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And pitch that just missed a little low right there. So the count is full. And a wave and a miss on the fastball. Bowers is out on strikes.
Well, let's take a look at the Kansas City defense, brought to you by Golden Diamond Source. In the outfield, left to right. How about 5-time Gold Glove winner Alex Gordon, Brett Phillips, and Rosell Herrera left to right. And across the infield, third to first, Hunter Dozier, Alcides Escobar, Whit Merrifield, and Ryan O'Hearn. Salvador Perez taking home some hardware himself.
C.J. Cron now with an opportunity to tie this game. And the pitch hits him. So Cron heads to first. Rays will have 2 men on. Joey Wendell.
How many times have Rays hitters been hit by pitches?
I'm going to tell you, it's been amazing. That's the 79th time. Gomez leads the charge with 20. Cron now has been hit 15 times.
How many hitters have Rays pitchers hit? What's the differential?
That's a very interesting topic. First pitch is a little high here to Wendell, so it's 1-0.
My guess would be that Rays hitters are far outpacing opposing.
It's 79-41 right now.
It's doubled up.
Yeah. 2-0.
That's some work to do in the last 5.5 weeks.
Well, you know, you try to catch up.
This goes in bits and spurts, you know.
Well, now it's 3-0. Wendell up here, 290 on the year and 308 against lefties. Thomas on deck. And Wendell draws a 4-pitch walk. Well, a hit batter and a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded for Adames. And he's been as hot as anybody in this lineup for the Rays. 378 over his last 11 games.
Right guy at the plate here, bases loaded. A guy on the mound that has been vulnerable this year, and like we said in the setup, I mean, prone to great outings and prone to disastrous outings. Very rarely see that.
Pitch is down. Ball, no strikes.
And starting to fall behind. And when he does that, he becomes extremely predictable. And if you look at his strike percentage, whether it be first pitch or just over the course of an at-bat between this season and a season ago, huge differential.
And now ball 2. So that's 7 consecutive misses since he struck out Bowers.
So do you come with the 2-0 changeup, bases loaded, or a 2-0 fastball? Be ready to hit.
Oh, and a big cut and a miss. He came fastball right there.
That's exactly right. And you knew that he's not going to come back with a 2-0 changeup in that situation with the bases juiced. So you know you're getting the heater. You get it, you just missed it. Right down the middle, okay. But those are the pitches that he has been hurt on, as most pitchers would be.
Stairs, 3-1. Miss. Fastball, and the count is full.
Eyes get a little too big. You know you're getting a 3-1 heater, and here it comes once again right out over the plate, and that swing a little bit big. And
3-2, and a cut and a foul tip strikeout right into the mid of Perez. Rays leave him loaded, down 1-0.
Now that Tyler Glass...
Ball game moves into the second inning, and Ryan O'Hearn leads off, taking the first pitch upstairs. O'Hearn, Dozier, and then Phillips due up in the second against Tyler Glass now, who picks up a strike on the inside part of the plate. Well, around a couple of hits for Kansas City in the first. A 1-out double by Alex Gordon. 2-out base hit by Duda got the run home. And a strike. Breaking ball. It's 1-2. Inside, down maybe. 2-2.
That's a pitch where you wonder how in the world was it not offered at, and it could have been called.
And again, very close down, and it's a full count.
You know, and now it's your job to come to the conclusion, is it a discerning eye, or did he just get locked up 2 times in a row and couldn't pull the trigger? You really don't know at this point. Those were right there.
And he bites that one off and fouls it the other way.
I'm going with locked up. He was locked up.
After that swing, one would think that could be the case. And again, and he pops him up. Wendell making the call from second. So that's one away here in the second inning. And it's time to check in with Michelle.
Thanks, Dwayne. Well, now that Tyler Glasnow has 4 starts under his belt as a Ray, I asked manager Kevin Cash, what does he value the most as his manager from Tyler Glasnow? And he said, obviously, he likes his overall stuff, but he really likes who he is as a person. Cash said that Glasnow has been so appreciative just to be here, and he's been so accountable through his starts, and the way he carries himself has impressed a lot of people. And like you mentioned earlier, BA, he's officially stretched out now, so as for today, he could go up to 100 pitches. And today is his 25th birthday, guys.
Yep, 25 years old today. A ball, no strikes, the count on Hunter Dozier. And a near miss right there. Boy, there have been some close calls here around that strike zone. John Libka, a young umpire, working the plate tonight. It's a foul ball. Libka, just 31 years old, out of Saginaw, Michigan. A town made famous by Lefty Frizzell. Pretty good tune, actually.
Yeah. Well, anybody lefty, I have a hankering towards.
2-1 now. High pop on the right side. See, Bowers makes the call for this one. That'll be out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. And Brett Phillips, the center fielder, will bat. Phillips has started 2 of the first 3 games of this series out of Seminole High School in 2012. Originally drafted by the Astros, then with the Milwaukee organization, and now Kansas City. And a big cut and a miss.
Boy, he had quite the contention here in game 1.
Yes, he did. 1 ball and 1 strike. Played both baseball and football at Seminole High. A little pickup basketball with Macho Man.
You ever let him go off like the garage, maybe? The flying elbow, a little suplex in the driveway. Some trash talk, perhaps.
Exactly. Had to be some trash talk.
He was good at that.
There's ball 2.
Did he use his Macho Man voice, or was it, or was that, was that for TB, or was that legit?
I've always thought it was completely legit. The whole thing, right?
If it wasn't, I'd be shocked. I mean, it looked. I mean, yeah. The mannerisms.
There's a cut and a miss. Fastball at 97. Ball game heads into the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 Kansas City. game. Rays left the bases loaded in the first, did not score against Danny Duffy. And Kevin Kiermaier leads it off. Fouls it right back. Strike one. Kiermaier, then Carlos Gomez and Jesus Sucre.
And here Danny Duffy, another one of those starting pitchers that has really simplified the delivery. He works out of the stretch, trying to keep things as simple as possible.
1 ball, 1 strike. Two and one, which took off on the left-hander Duffy.
You just got to tell yourself you got to stay over that rubber just a little bit longer and really reach out in front and drive the pitch to the spot.
It's foul out of play, and it's 2-2.
You know, sometimes easier said than done, but we've seen Duffy, even with nobody on base, he's got his normal leg kick, and then at times he will slide step. Now, whether that's try to control the running game or throw the timing of the hitter off.
Ooh, strike 3 called. And I think Kiermaier thought that pitch might have been a little wide. It's 4 strikeouts for Duffy.
This is just very well located, right there on the edge. You know, Duffy's been a little bit all over the map here in the early going. We've seen some fastballs missing wildly, and then all of a sudden he will dot a couple.
Carlos Gomez takes the pitch down, 1-0. The fly ball short center will hang up long enough, and Phillips runs in under it to make the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Help the Rays Baseball Foundation support youth and educational programs here in Tampa Bay by purchasing a Rays Pledge Pack. Each pack includes a voucher for 4 tickets, a 20th anniversary book, a mystery autographed baseball, and more goodies. Get this $250 value for just $150 and help support charitable missions around Tampa Bay. Visit raysbaseball.com/pledgepacks. Sucre. 1-0 the count on Sucre. Got a play up the right side, 1-1. Away. 2-1. The fly ball up the right side toward the line. Herrera is going to be there to make the catch. 3 up, 3 down, go the Rays. We go to the third, 1-0 Kansas City. Cuba, WB Mason, the official office supply company of the Tampa Bay Rays. By Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. By Steak and Shake, famous for steak burgers. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. A high fastball. Escobar trying to catch up to that one, and boy, up there, that's a tough job. Tough to catch up to that anywhere, but that appeared to be up around his chin. 1-1, just above the strike zone.
Well, and when you think about the velocity and how close to home plate he releases that baseball.
Yeah, closer than anybody else in the major leagues.
I mean, think about that. I mean, out of the hand, closer than anybody else in the game. And then at 98, 99 at times, it is on you right now.
Boy, that's how James Rodney Richard was for Houston when he was healthy. About 6'8". Boy, this one blown right by Escobar at 98. The same kind of thing where you've got a guy with height and great reach, and that release is on top of you. And then 95 plus. 34 times already 95 plus. Merrifield, ground ball right side and pass Bowers into right. A dive by the Rays first baseman, but could not get there in time. And Merrifield has a base hit to extend his hitting streak to a dozen. 12 in a row for Merrifield.
This is their guy. I mean, he has been their most consistent player all season long. Good hitter. He's good on the base paths. Think about this. He's right at the top 4 or 5 in the American League in stolen bases, and with the issues that Glasnow has had, it's a matter of time. There'll probably be a throw over or two, but Merrifield will be off to the races here at some point.
Move to first. He's back in. Alex Gordon, who doubled and scored in the first, is the hitter. The pitch is a ball. That's now trying to be a little quicker to the plate that time. Merrifield. There he goes. He got a great jump, and the pitch is fouled. Merrifield third in the league, coming in with 27 steals.
You knew it was just a matter of time. Rays get a break there. A foul ball sends him back. And there's the leaderboard. Pretty tight. Ramirez. There's Malix. Boy, either one of these guys, good night on the base pads. You could shoot right to number 1.
Yep. Gordon and Ramirez just with 28, just one ahead. These two. Keep an eye on Merrifield, who is ready to go. And time as Glasnow holds onto that ball out there.
That's one way a right-hander will try to control the running game. You try to have a good quick move, at least one to keep them close, but then you vary your times to the plate. Sometimes you hold that ball
and pitch up.
And that's what you need to have. If you're Tyler Glasnow, you need to have a slide step type delivery at some point. You just don't want to do it where it's going to start affecting, being able to put the ball where you want it. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you've got to make pitches.
And when you start to hurry, there's always a tendency to leave the pitch up.
Yeah, and way up, like Escobar up, okay, fine. But up, and that's the last thing that you want to do. But that right there, that last pitch, he had just, kind of picked the foot up, tucked the knee in a little bit, and then delivered to the plate. Everything looked pretty smooth and repeatable.
Over to first, back in goes Merrifield.
regardless, this is a good test for Glasnow.
Now the runner breaks. The pitch is wide. Throw down is not going to be in time. A little high. And Merrifield steals his 28th base of the year.
I think Willie Adames was trying to deke him as maybe the ball went into center field. Look at that. Lead is not very big, but the jump is good. And Glasnow a little slow to the plate. And you see Adames turning around, trying to get the Merrifield to come off the bag.
So it's 2-2 the count to Alex Gordon. All right, that's ball 4. It was 3-2 after that last pitch. Now ball 4. And Gordon draws a walk. 2 men on with 1 out here in the 3rd. Salvador Perez to be the hitter.
And what pitch, first, second, third, does Glasnow run the inside move? He's gonna do it because Kansas City could get aggressive here, just like Boston did.
Pitch upstairs to Perez. Well, let's see what happens here.
Yeah. You know, I mean, listen, you got Jake Bauers way off the bag. So Alex Gordon gets as big a lead as he wants. Merrifield's a good base stealer. They're going to try to keep him close. But,
there was a
both
start right there. There's a strike, and it's 1-1.
There was a false start by Merrifield. You should have seen where Gordon was, because Gordon thought he was going. Right here, Merrifield right there. Here comes Gordon. Gordon wasn't even looking at home plate or at Glasnow. He was looking at Merrifield. That's it, because he's not worried about anybody behind him where Jake Bauers is. Watch, he's not even looking at the pitcher. And there's that inside move, so it was after pitch 2. This is getting pretty, speaking of predictable.
It's upstairs. 2-1. Escobar struck out, then the base hit by Merrifield. Steal of second and the walk to Gordon. Pitch is fouled right back, headed for the upper deck. That evens the count at 2-2. Who's flinching. Now the pitch, and it's lifted toward right center. Gomez sets up to make the catch. Tag at second. Merrifield. The throw will be cut off by Adames. Merrifield advances to third. Perez out on the fly ball to right, and it's first and third, 2 gone, with Lucas Duda, who drove in the run in the first inning, coming to the plate here in the 3rd. Due to the run batted in, his 44th of the year. This is 83rd game of the season for Kansas City. Gordon draws a throw over there. Pitch is a strike. Kansas City with 2 stolen bases in this game. Gordon stole third in the first. Merrifield second here in the 3rd. There goes Gordon. The pitch is upstairs, and Gordon will walk into second base. second steal.
Yeah, and that's 4 of the last 5 have not drawn a throw. That's just too easy. And as we said, it will be addressed. You don't want to start to clutter things up too much, but cannot let that happen long term.
And a high fly ball into right field. That ball hit the catwalk and is caught. Gomez got it out there in right. That ball made contact with the B ring, which means it's still playable, and Gomez caught it. That was a towering blast, and here's another look. Gomez tracks it off the B ring. A little adjustment, now leap to make the grab. Wow. 1-0 Kansas City. Still a 1-0 game. The Rays have the top of the order to lead off the bottom of the third. Mallex Smith, who singled in the first, takes a strike from the left-hander Danny Duffy to begin the Rays half of the third. Mallex now hitting .305. Lifts it toward left center. Phillips with enough time to get over there and make the catch. One away here. Matt Duffy heads to the plate. Rays 6-0 in the season series against Kansas City. Winning last night's game 6-3. It's a liner and it's a base hit over the head of Merrifield into right. So Duffy goes the other way and has a single.
Matt Duffy got closed out on a fastball in his first at bat. Did a good job of staying inside this one. They're going to go right back in there. He gets inside of it and gets enough of it to get it out into right field. Get out of here, says Matt. We're even up 1-1.
Jake Bowers fouls a fastball out of play. Strike one. Been a difficult run for Jake recently. 1 of 34. Take away 1-1. balls and a strike. The Rays have yet to get their offense in high gear. They did pound out 14 hits in each of the last 2 games, scored 4 runs Tuesday, 6 runs last night, but on a sustained basis. Hey, there's a base hit, line drive just beyond the reach of Escobar and into center field, and Bowers is aboard. Boy, that has to feel good for Jake Bowers. He's battled through it. Since it can't happen, he says. 106 off the bat.
You start getting those fastballs out over the plate in fastball counts. That's going to make things a little bit better for you. But boy, line drive avoids 2 people. That ball got scorched.
There you go. C.J. Cron takes the pitch down, a ball, no strikes. Ground ball off the glove of Dozier. He scrambles, but no place to go, and the bases are going to be loaded. Well, Dozier kept it from going through into the outfield off his glove, but could not make a play.
Making a bid to try to get this ball into left field. There's Dozier, a little bit tardy getting out of his stance, and then that ball into the glove, and it squirts right out. At that point, no chance to make a play, and now the Rays in business.
Bases loaded for Joey Wendell. Wendell walked on 4 pitches his first time up. There's a ball away, 1-0. Second time in this game already, the Rays have loaded the bases. They left them loaded in the first. A man aboard every base with 1 out in the 3rd. Fastball up out of the zone and foul back.
Yeah, that Joey Wendell right now wishing he had that swing back. Could have had a 2-0 count to work with, and you see the look on his face. It says everything. The realization that I just went after ball 2. You got to forget about that, like a pitcher making a bad pitch. Forget about it. There's more to be done. You get back in there and get back to your plan.
Two balls and a strike. It's going to even the count.
Becomes very simple right now. Joey Wendell put the ball in play. Danny Duffy needs to punch out. That's the battle. 2-2 count. Duffy would love to make something happen on this pitch. Does not want to go full.
They fouls it. Foul the fastball back. Still 2-2. Kansas City a run in the first inning. 1-0 here as we play in the bottom of inning 3. High fly ball to right field. Herrera is going to be there to make the catch. The tag at 3rd. Duffy heads to the plate. He will score to tie the game. Moving from 2nd to 3rd, Bowers. And the sacrifice fly off the bat of Joey Wendell evens this game at a run apiece.
Well, you'll absolutely take it. You know, Duffy's 1 pitch away from striking you out. And we said get the ball in play. He got it in the air, got it deep enough. Now the Rays look for a 2-out hit.
Willie Adames. Pitch low and blocked by Salvador Perez. Thomas worked a full count in the first with the bases loaded and struck out swinging. One of 4 strikeouts recorded by Duffy so far tonight. Little tapper, third base side, charged by Dozier. The glove and the throw, safe at first, and the run scores. Bowers crosses the plate. The Rays lead 2-1. And the Royals are wondering if they should challenge this. They've decided not to.
That was another play. You know, we saw him laterally to his left, a little slow out of his setup. And even on that chopper right there, a little slow on the charge. Tough getting everything started. And that ended up costing him. By the time he got there, made the throw, Adames had beat it out. There's the chop. Everything takes just a little bit too long to get there. And Rays take advantage.
Kevin Kiermaier takes a pitch too low. 1 ball, no strikes.
You know, you want to get the right hop. And Willie Adames here is going to be hustled. He's smelled infield hit. And you want to get the right hop, but you also have to have that sense of urgency to go now. It's a play that has to be made right away.
2 balls, no strikes. This ball lifted toward left center. Coming on Phillips, and he got it and holds on in center field. Ball started to sink on him, and he got there just in time for Kansas City. As he makes the catch, the Rays settled for 2. They grab the lead. We'll take another look at the handiwork out there of Brett Phillips in center field. Nicely done for Kansas City. Kevin Kiermaier making a bid for a base hit, denied by Phillips to end the 3rd. Rosell Herrera leads off the 4th, lines it into right, and there to catch it, Gomez. Wow, Gomez makes a catch out there. You know, and it appeared that when he got there, he wasn't all that easy about locating that line drive.
Dwayne, he almost dove, slid, whatever, right underneath this ball. Bonefish Grill, fresh catch of the game. He gets there, whoa. I mean, that glove had to come up quick in front of that face just over the head.
He's something to watch.
But quick to reassure everybody, I did catch it.
I did catch it, and I'm all right. Pitch is a strike on the inside corner. O'Hearn, the hitter, Ryan O'Hearn.
Boy, never a shortage of hijinks.
Oh, no. Nope.
That's becoming a Rays staple in right field.
Yeah, there's something about that area out there, I guess.
The Bermuda.
Yeah. cutting them in. So Hearn, quick trip to the plate, 3 pitches, and he's out of there. Well, Gomez has said he doesn't want people to misunderstand him. He knows sometimes in his mind he's misunderstood. He's just having fun. And he is entertaining, to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he has as much fun playing this game. I mean, he really, truly plays it like a kid.
Yep.
I mean, plays hard, plays with a ton of energy. You don't ever see the guy have a bad day.
Yeah.
I mean, he comes to the ballpark and the smiles from ear to ear. Certainly, you know, he takes this game seriously and wants to perform at a high level, but he enjoys every second he's out there.
Yeah, and he's not afraid of contact with the wall,
Pitches.
you know, with the field, pitches, on the bases. Whatever he does, he's going to do with abandon, and he plays hard.
You love guys wired like that. They only have one speed. You don't ever have to tell them you need to pick it up.
It's a 2-1 count on Dozier. Hunter Dozier. He connected last night in the 8th inning of the game, hitting his 6th home run of the year. Skied the other way. And strike 3 call, breaking ball got him looking. So he's out on strikes, number 6 for Glass now. 2-1 Rays. Carlos Gomez. Gomez made that catch in the top half of the inning on the liner hit by Herrera. Did so aggressively, and here he is at the plate. And he takes ball 1 as it skips to the backstop from Danny Duffy. Gomez has had a little bit of success against Duffy coming into this game, 3 of 7 in his career with a double. And he's ahead in the count right now, 2 balls, no strikes. Oh, there goes the bat. Big swing, and the count is 2-1, and Gomez hustles over to retrieve his own bat.
Yeah, how about that? Showing some hop over there. Doesn't want to give him any trade secrets. He's all good. I don't need any more of that grip stick, pine tar, nothing.
Take a look at that. There it goes.
That is impressive. Again, thank goodness for the screening.
Yep. He had pretty good height on that.
Yep.
His launch angle was extremely impressive on that.
StatCast AI.
Yeah.
What do we have?
What do we have on the launch angle there? It was one of the better ones we've seen. And he's out on strikes. Gomez, strikeout number 5 for Duffy. Well, our Florida lottery jackpot stat, and in the season series, the Rays have enjoyed quite an advantage. They swept Kansas City earlier this year in Kansas City and have taken the first 3 games of this one. The bullpen with a 1.50 ERA. Sucre takes it down, 1-0.
Well, the Rays trying to do something that they have never done in the franchise's history. Sweep a season series from an AL club.
Takes it to 1 ball, 1 strike.
And you could see too, I mean, you know, the average is nice, but only 4 runs a game. So the pitching staff is really more than held up their end of the bargain, especially that bullpen like you mentioned.
You know, it's difficult to sweep a season series. It's difficult. You get into a 4-game series, and I don't care who you're matched up against, it's tough to sweep a 4-game series. Fly ball center field. Phillips a bit to his left handles that one. Rays trying to sweep a 4-game series for the first time since September of 2013, when they swept the Baltimore Orioles in a 4-game series. Pitch is a strike called on Malik Smith.
What were the odds?
Checked his swing.
What were the odds on the Orioles, Blue Jays?
Odds are better against those teams, absolutely.
Royals. Actually, not the Royals from 2013. That's when they had the Rays number.
Oh, remember that? It was no fun for the Rays to go into Kansas City and play this team, whether it was home or away. I mean, you talk about an aggressive team.
Yeah.
That from the very first pitch, they were all in your business, right up against you all the time, forcing the issue. 2-1 to count to Malik Smith. Rays lead this one 2-1, trying to sweep this year's edition of the Royals. And another hit from Alex Smith. Extra bases coming here from Alex on his way to second as Herrera gets the ball back toward the infield. Malik Smith 2 for 3 tonight. 2 more hits against a lefty. He came in hitting .350 off left-handed pitching. Has a single and a double tonight of Danny Duffy.
This is getting to be somewhat ridiculous. You know, he was our scouting report last night. We talked about he came into the ball game 5 of his last 6 games with at least 2 hits. Got too late last night to make it 6 out of 7. Now it's 7 out of 8. And there's the have him teach me that. Oh, there you go. Synchronized.
Pretty good moves there. Just down. 1-0. Upstairs. So the Rays with a chance to add to this lead. Just a 1-run lead right now. They've stranded 5 men. And here with 2 outs have Malik Smith in scoring position. And Duffy fouls it back. Duffy started the Rays on their way to 2 runs in the 3rd when he singled with 1 out. Scored on Wendell's sacrifice fly, and then Adames drove in Bowers. 3-1. Pops away on ball 4. No chance for Smith to move up. Matt Duffy draws the base on balls. 2 walks, a hit batter. 6 hits and 2 runs allowed by Duffy. 2 outs into the 4th, and Jake Bowers will bat again. Bowers takes the pitch away. Kevin McCarthy, the right-hander, is up again in the bullpen for Kansas City. It seems he's been up in every game, and up now in the 4th inning here. Duffy had 77 pitches through 3 2/3.
And right now, Salvador Perez trying to calm Duffy down. You know, there have been spurts where he has looked very good and very sharp, and then all of a sudden he'll lose it. Fall behind guys, quick walks. We're in another one of those little phases right here, and you certainly hope that the Rays can cash in. Bowers with a hit his last time up.
Kansas City using a mound visit there. And they get a strike on that call. It's 1-1.
Well, you got to remember this too. You know, Danny Duffy was on the disabled list with shoulder impingement, and so this is his first start in the last 12 days. And that could have played into it too.
High fly ball driven back into center. Phillips will go back near the track to make the catch, and the Rays will not score in the 4th, leaving 2. On to the 5th we go. 2-1 Rays. It's a 2-1 ball game as we go to the 5th inning. Brett Phillips leads off, and the first pitch is a bit high. 1 ball and no strikes. Phillips, Escobar, and Merrifield due up against Tyler Glasnow, and that fastball is by him.
Yeah, the one thing that we've seen from Brett Phillips, and I don't know if it's because, you know, he's playing here at home, a lot of extra adrenaline, but a long uppercut swing, and that is going to be a tough pitch, that 98-mile-an-hour fastball with any height to it. tough to get to. You see, that's why Sucre just keeps going back to it, because trying to lift something out of here, make something happen. Do it again.
And strike 3 call. Got him looking that time. So 1 away here in the 5th inning. Time to take a look at our Chevy Prospect Spotlight. And for the Rays, Wander Franco, the Appalachian League Player of the Year this year. 55 games there, 11 homers, 56 runs batted in, hitting .374. He's just 17 years old. He won't be 18 until next March. Escobar takes the pitch upstairs, 1-0. And winning that Appalachian League Player of the Year award, following in the footsteps of the likes of Johnny Gomes, who won that when he played there.
Johnny Gomes,
yeah. And
Rays legend.
Yep. And Jared Sandberg, who's managing the Durham Bulls now.
How about that?
He won that award. 1 ball, 2 strikes. How about that? 17 years old.
Yeah, you know, he is going to be really fun to watch, because he is putting up numbers down there. You know, the average age in that league is over 20. He's 17, 374. His on base is over 450 in that range, showing some power. You just can't wait to see.
Remember when you were a kid that people used to ask how old you were, and I'm, 12 and a half. He's really 16 and a half. Because his birthday doesn't come until next March.
Spring training?
I don't know if that makes sense or not, but 17 is young.
Oh,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, he's a junior in high school.
Yeah.
He's a junior in high school, and he is tearing up and winning the Appy League MVP. Where everybody that he's playing against, the average age is, they're college sophomores and juniors.
Escobar fouls it back.
Well, we had talked about it before, but someone had gone back and looked through all these different parameters and said, who is the closest guy in the minor leagues that you could even remotely compare to Juan Soto and what he's doing with the Nationals? And they came up with one name, and it was him.
Yep.
So,
Well, then, Juan Soto getting so much acclaim and attention. I mean, they've got a pretty good guy up there with Washington right now named Harper. And there are people who are projecting Soto as a better player.
And that's dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It is.
Because he's 19.
Yeah.
I mean.
And there's ball 4. He didn't want to walk the number 9 man. That's exactly what he did. Escobar draws the walk. Well, how about that at 17? Bob Feller.
Was it an inter-squad game? The Indians against the Browns? Oh, it's St. Louis. Okay. I guess that makes more sense. That's absurd, too. Big leagues.
Yeah. Yeah. Against the St. Louis Browns, later to become the Baltimore Orioles.
I'm going to tell you what, Bob Feller getting a chance to spend a little bit of time around here as being in that organization.
Yep. It's something to behold.
He is something to behold. I mean, the stories, the wisdom, the no nonsense, the surliness from time to time. Talk about a guy that was never boring. Never boring.
Yep.
He never eked his way into a room.
Yep.
When he came in, guns a-blazing, baby. I mean, he had something to say, lots to say.
Yeah, not reluctant to let it go.
No, not a bit.
And a very good self-evaluator. I mean, how great was he? As a kid, well, we just saw there.
Yeah, 17 years old. I was trying to do that to like Harbor High School.
The right side, foul ball. Gomez runs out of room.
See, he had a better line in the big leagues at 17 than I was able to throw up against Riverside. Jeez.
Hey, there's a happy young guy with a souvenir. Look at that.
You know, Mike Morgan, we've talked about him a couple of times, you know, former teammate. He was a first-round draft pick of the Oakland Athletics out of high school.
Yeah.
And he started in the big leagues like 3 days after he signed.
Yeah. Can you imagine that?
No, out of high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by the way, he lost, but he went CG right out of high school. Get fitted for your uniform, go out on a Sunday afternoon and throw a complete game. Give up 3 runs, take an L.
Well, a handful of people. Al Kaline.
As a hitter.
Yeah. Ground ball, that's going to go through the right side. Escobar will stop at second. And Merrifield has his second hit of the game. And Kansas City putting up a threat here in the 5th.
You know, that becomes almost too easy for Whit Merrifield. You're going to give a guy as accomplished as a hitter as he is the complete right side of the infield to work with. I mean, there's a fastball up and away, and this just becomes target practice. I mean, way too easy, especially with the runner being held on. Look at all that room, and then the pitch is away.
The Warriors are going to talk it over. Kansas City putting 2 men on. Alex Gordon, the veteran left-handed bat, will be coming up. Kyle Snyder out there. Merrifield extending his hitting streak to 12. Second longest active streak going. Paul Goldschmidt with the Diamondbacks, 14 in a row.
Boy, he's starting to heat up. You know, Goldschmidt was a guy that was hitting, I mean, right around the Mendoza line, May into June, and he has ramped it up big time. Merrifield, he's been consistently putting up good numbers all season long.
And Arizona to hold off Colorado in the West. Game and a half lead to start the day.
You talk about the wild, wild West. You sprinkle in the Dodgers. I don't know. That was a team that went to the World Series last year. Get to play those guys next year.
Yes, we do. Alex Gordon takes the pitch inside. We've got an LA trip. Play the Angels over the weekend. A Monday off, and then the Dodgers on a Tuesday and a Wednesday.
That could be a real interesting trip.
A strike to Alex Gordon. 1-1. And here Glasnow concentrating on trying to get out of this jam. He left a man on, gave up a run in the first, left 2 on in the 3rd. Now 2 on in the 5th inning with 1 out. He's dealing with the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Alex Gordon. Salvador Perez is on deck. Escobar, the runner at second. Merrifield aboard at first. And a line drive into right that will drop in front of Gomez. A big hop. Escobar is going to be waved to the plate. He will score, and the throw gets by Sucre and goes to the front of the dugout, allowing the runners to advance to second and third. So the game is tied on the base hit by Gordon. Merrifield goes to third, and Gordon winds up at second.
And Carlos Gomez getting aggressive with that throw, thinking that he had a play to be made here. This fastball coming in a little bit, but Gordon again rips one to right, and he's got to jump. Now watch him uncork this throw. Up the line, Sucre's got to go after it. There's no backup on this play. Ray's kind of fortunate. Ball didn't get into the dugout, or the Royals didn't send the other runner.
Now the infield up with Perez at the plate. A swing and a miss. Fastball up, and Perez went up there after it. Strike 1. A 2-2 ball game in the 5th.
You know what, that throw so high in the air out of the hand allowed, you know, everybody obviously, or at least Gordon, to move up to second.
Now fly ball, right center field. Kiermaier's there to make the catch. Tag at third by Merrifield, and Kansas City takes a 3-2 lead. Perez with the sacrifice fly, picking up his 61st run batted in. And it's a 2-run inning. Merrifield scores and Gordon goes to third. So a man at third, 2 outs, and Lucas Duda will bat. Wendell takes his spot in short right field. Pitch is inside to Duda. Rays have action in the bullpen. That's Adam Kolarek. He was in the game for a third of an inning last night. Pitched an inning on Tuesday. 2-0 down. Well, the 1-out walk started this. And a couple of singles. And now they're going to walk Duda intentionally. Put him aboard. Putting men on the corners with Marcel Herrera due up. Herrera hit the ball on a line his last time, and Gomez made a nice catch on it. Takes the fastball, strike one. Up and away, 1-1, 96. 3-5-0 for Kansas City, 2-6-0 for the Rays. There you go. That's a strike. Breaking ball. And it's 1-2. Upstairs. Now chase the fastball up. Now it's a full count.
That's a pretty good backhand right there. That's a tricky pitch to block. And Sucre showing some first baseman's ability back behind the plate with the pick. Well, you're put into a tough spot there trying to make that play with a catcher's mitt.
Three-two, and strike three, breaking ball. 3-2, got him looking. Strikeout number 8 for Glass now. Kansas City scores 2. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. 3-2, Kansas City on top. Well, the Rays find themselves down by a run moving into the bottom of the 5th inning. With Bearfield with a couple hits and a run scored. C.J. Cron will begin the bottom of the 5th, and he swings through that first pitch. Fastball, strike one. Cron, then Wendell and Adames. It was a 31 pitch inning for Tyler Glasnow, who's in the mid-90s now. Pitches. 1-1 to count on Cron. C.J. Cron hit by a pitch in the first. Reached on an infield hit down to third his last time. Takes a big cut and fouls it back. 1-2 strikes. The Rays have allowed 3 runs tonight. They've given up 4 runs over their last 4 games. High pop up. That will carry right back out of play. Still 1-2. Joey Wendell on deck. He's driven in one of the runs tonight. Adames the other one. And a foul ball. Perez almost held on to that. He had it trapped between his mitt and the chest protector there, but it got away. And a swing and a foul tipped strikeout. First out in the bottom of the 5th. Enhance your next game day experience with the MLB Ballpark app. Access and manage your tickets. Enjoy check-in offers, exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Joey Wendell takes a strike at the knees. Wendell with a walk and a sacrifice fly. He's one of 20 rookies the Rays have put to work this season. 20 rookies.
Yeah,
how about that?
You know, it really has been amazing to see the number of rookies, the turnover on the roster. You know, I read somewhere where when the Rays finished up the series out at Kauffman Stadium, only 10 guys on the active roster here tonight were on the roster back then. It's incredible.
Yep.
Completely different team.
Yeah.
Middle of the season.
I don't know that many people have experienced this. I've never seen anything like this. And to this point, they've been quite successful at it. 66 and 61 coming into this game. Wendell chops it foul.
You don't see this kind of turnover on a minor league team. The guys getting called.
True.
I mean,
Yep.
you don't.
With all the player movement.
Yeah. And they've just continued to play good baseball, to play the game hard, to win. You know, come in 5 games over. I don't think anybody would have expected that turnover. And all the rookies.
Yep.
And the pitching plan that was thrown into chaos at the beginning of the season, where the Rays at one point, a couple points during this season, we're down to 1 starting pitcher, and then let's just throw it up against the wall the other 4 days and see what happens.
There's a fly ball toward left center, but it's got enough hang time, and Phillips makes the catch. 2 gone. And I'll tell you, with that in mind, you know, you think about the staff here, headed by Kevin Cash. And of course, Kyle Snyder's done a great job with all the pitchers coming in and out, dividing the innings the way they have. I mean, no manager's ever had to juggle this. No pitching coach really has had to put these pieces together, and they've done a great job.
They really have. Challenge, you know, early on. That a lot of managers, you know, you have your starting pitcher go out that night, American League, you kick back for the first couple of innings and let the game play out. Then you start making. Kevin Cash Does he go 2? Does he go an inning and a third?
Yep.
Does he go just an inning and 2/3? Well, I used him last night as a setup guy, so he's only going to go an inning today, and then I've got to put it together. I mean, I can't imagine sitting in on those meetings before a game when they're going, okay, who's hot, who's not, and how are we going to build this ball game?
Yeah, and that was going to be one of the challenges, the planning that went into making this work. Ball, 2 strikes.
That look at Kevin Cash down in the dugout, I don't think he's left the office since we got back in town. Shave.
That's right. His razor's still packed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, and the next one, hey, another 3-city trip, by the way.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different on my end. Not quite the 3-city trip it is for everybody else.
Yeah, you can go to Cleveland. There's strike 3 call. And Adama's caught looking. We're headed into the 6th, 3-2 Kansas City. Alex Gordon. Rays got 2 runs in the 3rd. One of them on the base hit by Willie Adames after the sacrifice fly by Joey Wendell. And in the 5th inning, a couple of runs on 2 hits. A big base hit by Alex Gordon, scoring Escobar. And Merrifield scored on the sacrifice fly, lifted into center by Salvador Perez. That has made it a 3-2 game, and that's how we stand as we go into the 6th. Ryan O'Hearn faces the left-hander Adam Kolarek. 1 strike to count. 5 innings for Glasnow, and now the lefty Kolarek. Line foul. 0-2. Kolarek in for a 1/3 of an inning last night. 1 inning in the game on Tuesday. Ball, 2 strikes.
Well, he's going to give you that submarine style, really a little bit lower than sidearm, not quite all the way down. He will change his arm angle every now and then, come up to a lower 3/4.
2-2.
It's all about deception and tough matchups, and you can see because of his arm slot how difficult he can be on a left-handed hitter. They're standing in there locked in trying to pick up a release point. That arm almost feels like it's releasing the ball behind you.
Chop left side. Duffy gloves and throws, and he takes care of O'Hearn. 1 gone. Hunter Dozier now heads to the plate. Glass now pitched 5 innings, made 96 pitches. Gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, walked 3. One of those an intentional walk, and he struck out 8. Here's Dozier. There's a strike on the outside edge. Hot shot short, and that's going to skip by Adames. Tried to backhand it, a base hit into left. Malik Smith up with it. And Dozier with a hot shot off his bat has a base hit.
Not much Willie Adames could do. You can't fold him really. His ball was absolutely blistered. That just comes back middle, and Dozier right into it. And here it is. You're just trying to get back, get the glove up, and right off. That had some smoke on it.
110 off the bat, the reading we're getting. Now a strike to Brett Phillips. So Phillips in against the left-hander. Chops it to the right side. They'll get the lead man, and no play at first. Dozier out. Wendell to Adames. So Phillips reaches on a fielder's choice. He'll be at first base with 2 outs. And Alcides Escobar will be headed to the plate.
Number 2, Alcides Escobar.
Down and in. Escobar walked with 1 away in the 5th inning. And that walk to the number 9 hitter led to a 2-run 5th and gave Kansas City the lead. And here's a guy who doesn't walk that much. 1-1.
Hey, one of the more aggressive hitters, and you remember when the Royals would hit him leadoff and didn't care too much that he was just, I mean, he's swinging everything. Kick up the rosin bag, he's going to take a healthy cut at it.
Yeah, he sort of set the tone for the way they play.
Yep. Did he?
Take no prisoners, just get after. 1-2 the count on Escobar now. Phillips over at first. High fly, right center. That's Gomez making the call. He's got it. We're headed into the bottom of inning 6. Kevin Kiermaier will lead off. 3-2 Kansas City. by your Southern Chevy dealers. By Eldorado Furniture, a different kind of furniture store for over 50 years. And by your local Ford dealers. Kansas City will make a pitching change, leading 3-2. And the game heads into the bottom of the 6th inning with Kevin McCarthy, the right-hander, on the mound. Duffy worked 5, and now it's McCarthy. Kevin Kiermaier to lead off against him. Ground ball right back to the mound. And the throw to first by McCarthy. Quick reactions by the Kansas City reliever.
You know, fortunate how he falls off the mound, and that being a right-hander, that ball's going to go up the left side of the body, right where the glove is. Almost took it right off his hand.
There's Carlos Gomez. Gomez on the ground is short, and Escobar throws him out. So 2 very quick outs here. McCarthy worked an inning in the game on Tuesday. Gave up a couple of hits, but no runs. Picked up a strikeout. Dealing with the bottom of the order here in the 6th inning. Jesus Sucre looking for his first hit of the game. Ground ball, and that's in and out of the glove of Escobar, and Sucre is going to have a hit. Well, McCarthy came close to having a 3-pitch inning right there.
Yeah, we've seen Escobar make that play before, and he had a chance with Sucre running, but let's see if the ball gets into the glove. Hit it hard. Yeah, that ball looked like it got into the glove and just squirted free. Yeah, he's got the body language of a guy who thought, man, I could have made that play.
Malik Smith. The strike. Malik's with a single and a double. That is average, pushing up to 306. He's down 1-1. Rays have not had a hitter finish hitting 300 since Casey Kochman hit 306 in 2011. Roller for the second baseman. Merrifield takes care of that. We're going to head into the 7th inning in a 3-2 game, Kansas City. In 2004, 21-year-old lefty Scott Kazmir making his major league debut, combining with Travis Harper and Lance Carter on a 5-hit shutout in Seattle to get his first big league win. What a great night for Scott Kazmir. Great performance there, part of the memories of celebrating the first 20 years of Devil Rays and Rays baseball. Whit Merrifield leads off the 7th against Adam Kolarek and hits a line drive into center, one hop in front of Kiermaier. A 3-hit night for Merrifield, and with a runner at first here in the 7th, we'll check in right now on the field with Michelle.
Thanks, Dwayne. Well, the team is a season best 5 games over 500 right now, and a lot of the players attributed the team playing well right now to team chemistry, and I think a lot of us have our own definition of what team chemistry is, so I asked them to explain what their definition is, and I thought Willy Adames and Jake Bauers had the best answers. They said when everyone feels like a family, there's positive energy, everyone wants to help each other out, and knowing that the guy behind you has your back, just having that confidence in each other. But Bauers said most importantly, team chemistry is just having fun together. And I think that Dwayne, B.A., both you guys and myself can attest to just how much fun these guys have day in and day out. I mean, off the field, on the road, always.
Yeah, and it's something that you don't always plan. In fact, most of the time, I don't think you can plan it. There's a nice play down at first. They get the out at second, and Kolarek finds a bag at first to complete that double play.
I'll tell you what, and still everything intact. Boy, Kolarek almost overran first base over there. Nice job by Jake Bauers coming off the bag to get this ball, make a strong throw. He's got a nice angle, good feed. And right here, Willy Adames just standing still, getting that throw over there, and on the back edge is Kolarek's left foot.
It's the footwork of Kolarek, absolutely right there for the 3-6-1 double play.
See, you don't have to tell those lefties to get over there.
No. No. It's inbred.
It is. It is. There's a reason why it's every day in spring training. Cover first, break to the bag. 3-6-1 double plays. Those are the worst because you got to get over there quick, find the bag.
Perez fouls it out of play. 1-1. Salvador Perez, who drove in a run with a fly ball to center in the 5th.
You're being removed. I'm taking over
play-by-play.
Go
ahead.
no, thanks. I'm going to stay in my lane.
Liner into left, and there is Malik Smith to make the catch. Well, had a little sink on it. Malik's got right there. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left. It's 7th inning stretch time at the ballpark. Kansas City 3, the Rays 2. Rays pitchers strike out 10 hitters tonight. Visit CanesStrikeout.com for a printed home voucher to take to Canes Furniture within 7 days and receive a coupon for 2 free tacos and chips at participating area Tijuana Flats locations. Restrictions apply. Well, a very quick 6th inning for Kevin McCarthy, who's back out to work the 7th with Matt Duffy leading off, then Bowers and Crone. He fouls it the other way up the right side. Strike 1. Base hit and a run scored for Duffy in the 3rd. He walked in the 4th. Officially is 1 for 2 tonight. And a base hit lined into left this time. Off the fastball, and Duffy is aboard to begin the 7th. Well, here's what's coming up tomorrow on Rays Live, the pregame show presented by your local Honda dealers. We'll be with you at 6:30 with our coverage. Players Weekend, the Boston Red Sox are in, and VA will be breaking down Mookie Betts.
Whoa.
How do you like that?
I usually don't get a mention in those pre-games.
Yeah, but this is special.
Yeah,
Players Weekend,
Yep.
big weekend here.
Had the day off today. No pre-game show today.
There he goes. So rest up for tomorrow. A little tap foul by Bowers.
I could break him down right now for you, just get it out of the way.
You know, you could do that probably during the break. You could tape it, and then you'd have it done for tomorrow.
Here's what's great. I'll borrow one of your other ties that you keep here for emergency.
Sure.
So I have a different look.
Yeah, that'll work.
I like it. Boys, have the cameras ready.
There's a base hit the other way by Bowers through the open left side of the infield, and the Rays have put 2 aboard here with nobody out in the 7th inning. Bowers' 2nd hit of the night. Great to see that happen for Jake Bowers.
Yeah, you know what? That's good eyesight. You're looking right out there over the defense, and they've got the shift on you. Same thing, and they're going to pitch you away. So look at how he just leads and guides that ball to the left side. Got all this room to work with, and here comes the pitch away, and watch the swing. Tailored to shoot that hole.
How interesting is that? To put the shift on and pitch him away.
I guess there's the belief that he can't do that. Well, he just did.
Yes, he can.
And he made it look easy.
He can hit the ball anywhere on the field. Here's C.J. Crone. 1 ball, no strikes. Pickoff play back at second. Throw up a bit. Back in there easily is Duffy.
He's still a little bit perplexed. Like you said, you give him all that room.
Yeah.
You pitch him away. He sees it wide open.
Why bother to put the shift on if you're going to pitch him like that?
And if you're Jake Bowers, why get greedy and try to do anything with that pitch but do that? Now you've got, look at this, nobody out, 1st and 2nd, a chance for a big inning.
C.J. Crone fouls it back. It's 1-1. It's Hill, the big lefty in the bullpen. Ground ball, that's headed toward the middle where they defensed him. Out at second, high throw, and around 3rd comes Duffy. He will score the tying run. It's a 3-3 ball game. Well, they had a double play in front of them, and the high throw to first will send Crone down to 2nd, and the Rays have tied the game.
Well, this is set up perfectly for the Royals and for Merrifield. He's right there, defensed right up the middle. Here comes the ground ball. Now just get to the bag, make the throw to first. And he rushes that throw. And you know what? You got to give credit to Bowers going in hard. That's the thing. He goes in hard. It's a race to the bag. He's going to beat Bowers, but Bowers closing quickly
He's got to jump as he throws, and it sails. That is a credit. You give an assist to Bowers.
Yeah, that's a great observation you make there, because with that leap came the high throw. Tie game, call to the bullpen, brought to you by the Florida Lottery. On scratch-offs from the Florida Lottery, a new spin on a classic. They're loaded with prizes from $10,000 to $2 million. So unleash the excitement anytime. The Florida Lottery, it's your ticket. Claim it. Tim Hill, the left-hander, makes another appearance in this series, on for the 57th time. The Rays have Crone at second, and the hitter is Joey Wendell. Pitch wide to Wendell. Hill in the game briefly in the 6th inning last night. Gave up a couple of hits to Lau and Malik Smith. Pitch away. 2-0. Adames on deck. And the pitch is down. 3-0. Wendell not offering.
Well, and I mean, he's had a rough series, Hill. He come in to face a couple lefties earlier. It was at last night's ball game. All these are starting to run together, but gave up 2 hits.
Yep.
And here, falling behind, like you said, 3-0, ball 4, nothing close.
Some on 4 pitches. Down to first goes Wendell. Thrown already at second. Willie Adames will be the hitter. Adames 1 for 3, had a base hit. Got a run home in the 3rd. And the march to the mound. We're going to have another pitching change. Ned Yost looking toward the bullpen. Brought to you by the Florida Lottery. Toyota, let's go places. By the Florida Department of Transportation, drive sober or get pulled over. And by your local Honda dealer. Tim Hill out after giving up a 4-pitch walk to Wendell, and Jake Newberry is the new pitcher. 4th of the game now for Kansas City. We saw Newberry in the first game of this series. He pitched an inning and 2/3 of scoreless baseball. And so here's Willie Adames to face him with men at first and second. A run home and 1 out in the 7th. Pitch is low to Adames. Now 2 balls, no strikes. That's a no pitch. Time had been called by Scott Berry on a bullpen ball loose up the right side.
Kansas City had a 10th defender.
Sneaking in wearing a Rays uniform at that.
Taking away that bloop down the right field line.
Foul ball back and to the right, out of play. 2-1. Chopper, the third base side foul. Three ball game, bottom of the 7th inning. Finishing out the season series here between the Rays and the Royals. Over but low, and 3-2.
Yeah, that's the pitch that you want that hitter to commit to. This ups the ante here a little bit. Barry's got to come closer to the zone at least.
3-2, and it's foul back. Fastball up. The bases are going to be loaded. First take on that pitch down. So Crone moves to third. Wendell up to second. And Adames takes over at first. Kevin Kiermaier will be the hitter.
Boy, think about this inning, Dwayne. You know, Duffy shoots one to left field, fine. Then you give that open left side to Bowers. Bowers takes advantage of it. Then Crone, the double play ball, the hustle by Bowers forces the jump throw that sails. Mistake there. And then back-to-back walks. You've got to make them pay.
And here's Kiermaier taking a pitch at the knees for a strike. Kiermaier has seen Newberry before, singled off him in the game here Monday when Kiermaier had 3 hits. He lined a base hit into left off him. Takes a pitch down. It's 1-1. Kiermaier 0 for 3 tonight. Takes ball 2, 2-1. And Maurer up in the bullpen. Tapper foul. That will even the count. Matt Duffy opened this inning with a base hit. He has scored the tying run. Crohn's at third, Wendell at second, Adames at first. Two to Kiermaier. And ball 3 is down. Second consecutive full count for Newberry. Three-two. And a foul ball back. Two pitch for the second time. The chopper out to second. Merrifield will get the out in second. The throw to first not in time. And the lead run scores. Rays take a 4-3 lead. C.J. Cron crossing the plate. Wendell goes into third. Adames out in second on the play. And Kiermaier beat the throw to first to pick up a run batted in.
Yeah, the chop right here, that ball's in the air too long. Merrifield's got to wait for it to come down. He gets rid of it as fast as he can, but forget about getting Kiermaier. Now you got to look at the slide out there at second base. Was it into the bag? You can see kind of going wide there. Ooh, that's, you don't see that much anymore. This is like old school baseball. Trying to break up a double play. Adames going a little bit wide of the bag. And never reaching for the bag either. That doesn't help.
So they'll take a look at that and see if it'll cost the Rays the go-ahead run.
You know, one thing if you're a little wide and there was just no attempt to go to the bag there. And I think that may hurt the Rays.
Some of the new rules around second base and at the plate on plays at the plate. And cause for them to take a look at this one.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't see. This is a play from years ago. You know, where a base runner a little bit wide of the bag trying to break up the double play, realizing how important it is. And you see Willie going in. Just you don't see any attempt for the bag at all, not in that shot.
And he is out. So take that run off the board. The Rays had taken the lead, but it's going to be a 3-3 ball game. We'll go to the 8th, tied. The review of the play and the slide at second. Coming up on Rays Live postgame presented by W.B. Mason. Rich Andarestis anchored the coverage. We'll hear from Kevin Cash on the manager's press conference and get the nightly minor league update from around the Rays farm system. Jose Alvarado will be the new pitcher for the Rays. Alvarado worked the third of an inning last night and was in the first game of this series on Monday. On to face Lucas Duda in the top half of the eighth. 5 innings for Glass now, 2 innings for Kolarek. And another lefty, different sort of lefty. You go Kolarek to Alvarado. And the shift is on for Duda with Wendell in shallow right field. Duda takes a strike.
Well, 2 things. First of all, the arm angle comes up. The velocity comes up.
Got 2 significant factors difference. And then you get that.
I mean, nasty breaking ball.
I mean, that breaking ball is what fastballs used to be.
Yeah.
89, 90. That's a breaking ball now.
With depth.
Mm-hmm. And he makes quick work of Duda. Double up on him there with that pitch and picks up the 9th strikeout for Rays pitching. Rosel Herrera will bat. He has a strikeout, a line out to right, and another strikeout. Pitch is a strike. Some heat on that one at 98. Fastball 98, breaking ball at 89.
Boy, when he's able to pound the zone like he has been, I mean, what do you do with him? It's a lot of movement too, even on the heater.
And 3 pitches takes care of Herrera. The Rays staff picking up their 10th strikeout.
Boy, it's such an interesting grip there by Alvarado. And then on top of that, the depth that he's able to get with it, just a different way to throw the breaking ball.
Fastball away there and carried a little bit of Sucre's mitt with it after he caught that pitch. Another one right down at the knees at 97. And Alvarado is making some pitches here in the 8th inning tonight. 2-1. Top of the 8th, 2 outs, base is empty. 2-1 count to Ryan O'Hearn. Now 3-1. 16th game for Ryan O'Hearn. 11 hits, 5 of those home runs, and a double. Ground ball this time. Joey Wendell is up and out with the throw. 1-2-3, go the Royals. Bottom of inning 8 coming. 3-3 tie.
Jose Alvarado and the quick work that he made of the Kansas City Royals. Nasty slider right there, another one. And then how about this? Ground ball on the fastball came in. And I'll tell you, when Jose Alvarado comes in and did what he did last inning, and number one, that's throwing strikes consistently in the zone. Nasty, overpowering stuff. And he got the Rays right back into that dugout, looking to take the lead here in the bottom of the 8th.
Last 5 appearances over 4 2/3 of an inning. 9 strikeouts and a walk. New pitcher is Brandon Maurer, the pinch hitter, He-Man Choi, and he chops it to Muirfield on the right side of a shifted infield. And so 1 pitch, 1 out for Maurer. Sucre will be lifted and Michael Perez will bat. Sucre had gone 1 for 3. Is a strike. Tapper foul. 87 with the slider. Maurer's got outstanding velocity as well. He can be in the neighborhood of 97 with that 4-seamer. 96 with it right there.
And no lack of effort in the delivery. I mean, he's a guy that looks like he wants to throw the ball hard. Everything that he has in every pitch.
2-2. Howard spent some time with San Diego. Prior to that, Seattle. Came up initially with the Mariners. Split last year between San Diego and Kansas City. a line drive foul back of first. Little Hearn reaching that big mitt across the line, but out of his reach, and it's a foul ball. The count remains 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Perez is out on strikes. Maurer and Garrett Cole were high school teammates. Can you imagine having those two arms on your high school team?
I envision riding that to the regional finals.
Malik Smith. It's too low, 1-0. Well, Malik's has been on twice with a single and a double. Average 306. 2 hits last night and a couple of runs batted in. 2 hits in the game Tuesday and 2 hits in the game Monday. He sends this one back into center, pretty well tagged. That's going to be off the bottom of the wall. Malix is in at second and will stop with a double. His second double of the night. And suddenly with 2 outs, the Rays have the potential lead run in scoring position.
Well, you know what? We're going to have to get Malix some more push-ups. We've seen him do that earlier this season. Ended up a little bit short right there. How about this? A changeup by Maurer. Boy, does he whack that thing. Deep part of the field. Let's see how close. Oh.
How about that?
1.5 feet?
Mm-hmm. At the most, I think. Malik's trying to go straight away center.
Push-ups.
Now here's Matt Duffy. See if he can get one through the right side. Pitch is a strikeout there. 3-3 ball game, bottom of the 8th. 2 outs, Speed at second, and Malik Smith. And Duffy quickly down on the count, 0-2. Off, down and away, 1-2. He's in double figures again tonight with 10 hits. He's in the top of the lineup. 9 of those 10 hits from the first 4 hitters. 2-2 now. And a cut and a miss. Duffy out on strikes. The Rays leave a man at second. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Here's the pitch. We will go to the 9th, tied 3-3. Go to the ninth inning at Tropicana Field tonight. The Tampa Bay Sports Commission, along with the Rays, Buccaneers, Lightning, Rowdies, and USF, have teamed up to host a 2-week community-wide Team Tampa Bay for Joey 50-50 raffle to assist with the financial medical needs of 15-year-old Joey Johnston Jr., who was involved in a tragic accident July 8th. The raffle concludes Monday with the winner drawn on Tuesday. So go to Team Tampa Bay for JoeyJ.com to support this worthy cause. In the ninth, Romo in here for the Rays, and the first pitch swung on and missed by Dozier. Romo, pitcher number 4 of the evening for the Rays. Other defensive changes as well. We'll get to those in a moment. Two. Malik Smith has gone from left field to right field. Gomez lifted for the pinch hitter. Brandon Lau in to play left field. It's Michael Perez behind the plate catching Sergio Romo. A little tap charged by Duffy at third, and the throw got him. Bowers had to reach in toward the line and toward the runner, but he corralled the throw to get Dozier.
Yeah, that got tight down there by first base. You know, Matt Duffy's got to get in there and get rid of this ball quickly, and it kind of runs on him a little bit, and Bowers has to maintain concentration, maintain touch with the bag, and not get trucked.
It's the first out in the ninth. Brett Phillips. He's 0 for 3 tonight and puts the bunt down foul. Straight back, strike one.
Brett Phillips trying to make anything happen here, and with this shift put on against him, trying to lay down a bunt. Look, wait till you see Bowers. And he's backing up right now. He is right on the line, obviously, over here. I mean, taking away anything up that line.
Phillips sends it into center. Kiermaier is right there. 2 gone. 2 up, 2 down. Cities Escobar 0 for 2. He walked and scored in the 5th. Peralta, the right-hander. Flynn, the lefty. And that pitch missed a little bit low. Toward the middle. Wendell is there, and the throw to first. 1, 2, 3. Go the Royals in the ninth for the Rays. Bowers, Crone, and Wendell due up in the bottom of the ninth. We welcome you back to Tropicana Field. Moving on to the bottom of the ninth in a tie game. 3-3. The Rays will be facing the left-hander Brian Flynn. And Jake Bowers, the first hitter to face him. And he did go after that pitch, says Paul Nart, down at third. He tried to check. Strike one.
But not a big strikeout guy. 64 in the third inning, just 39. A lot of walks.
And this is with a pitch too high. 1-1. A big cut and a miss. 1-2.
Yeah, think about it. Flynn susceptible to the walk, and then all of a sudden you've got Jake Bowers, who always showing good plate discipline and has gone after 2 pitches here out of the zone to fall behind.
And there's ball 2 now, so it's 2-2.
Yeah. A couple of hits already.
Run scored in the third. And another pitch out of the zone. The count is full.
Yeah, I mean, Flynn 5 straight out of the zone. And the last couple of misses not really close at all.
And he walks Bowers to start the inning.
What a comeback by Bowers. You know, chase 2 pitches out of the zone to get behind in the count 1-2, and then is able to take. That one very, very close, but I'll tell you, Lipka standing right over that pitch. Had it just off the plate. Rays get that leadoff base runner.
Here's C.J. Cron. Takes it into right field. That's going to drop. Base hit. Bowers is going to go to third. And the Rays will have it on the corners. Crone reaching out, breaking his bat, and dropping a base hit into short right field.
And you know what? Here's the thing. Jake Bowers has to read that initially. And once he made his read, he then kicked it into gear to get over to third. That ball right off the cup end of the bat. And watch Jake. Read. Okay, that's going to fall in, and I'm gone. Nice job on the base pass.
So a walk and a single, and the Rays have a threat here to end this game.
I'll tell you what, Jake Bowers a couple of times tonight. Nice job on the base pass. Going hard into second base, forcing a high throw by Merrifield. A good read of that bloop.
Yeah, and those are the things that you really like about him that don't necessarily, as they say, show up in the box score, but those are great baseball instincts at work.
Well, Dwayne, that's the word. You nailed it. Instincts. And there are times, you know, during the course of a season where you wonder where some of those instincts are with players around the league. It's refreshing to see guys that have a good feel for the game and the good.
Well, Joey Wendell's going to be the hitter with men at first and third and nobody out in the bottom of the ninth inning.
And how about this? Joey Wendell has done a much better job lately of getting the ball airborne. And that's all he needs to do right here. Get it in the air, get it into the outfield.
Everybody close on the infield and in the outfield. Everybody pulled up. And Wendell takes the ball wide. A 1 ball, no strike count. And a foul ball back, fastball into it. Gordon, Phillips, and Herrera left, center, and right in the outfield. They are shallow. Bowers, the runner, at third. Everybody up on the infield. And the pitch is down. 2-1. Rays tied the game in the 7th, trying to win it in the 9th. And it's low, a fastball. 3-1.
Really good plate discipline by Joey Wendell. Flynn wants him going after those pitches. Down at the bottom of the zone, just below. Try to get him to hit the ball on the ground, and he is not biting. Now he's got a good count to work with.
3-1 pitch. And he takes it for a strike. It didn't have to be. Close.
Salvador Perez was sitting up in the right-handed hitter's batter's box. Okay.
3-2 now. Wendell, a ground ball to short. The throw to first after they hold the runner. Crone moves into second. And Wendell is the first out in the bottom of the 9th.
How many times do you see a guy run into an out right there because he's going on contact? Obviously the play for the Rays for Bowers, see it through. See Bowers freeze. We see it into the outfield and he reads it. Okay, you make that. I'm going to get back to third and preserve that. You can take the out at first. Now second and third. They're going to put Willie Adames on and juice up the bases for Kiermaier.
So they're going to be loaded here. The intentional walk. Well, they set up a double play at any base possibility here. That's the upside for Kansas City. The other side of that is they put some pressure on Flynn to make good pitches. And they talk it over on the mound. Bases loaded, 1 out in the 9th. Here's Kiermaier. And he takes ball 1. Moves off this one. 1 ball, 1 strike. One. It's wide. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball around 93.
Poised and ready to charge.
Two 1. And it's going to be 2-2. Missed the fastball.
Just that sinking action, getting it below the swing. That's the second one he's been able to get there. I don't believe he'll go back to it.
2-2 is down. Full count now.
Man, okay. Well, now you really put pressure on a guy who's...
Well, this was the other side of that move. Full count, bases loaded, tie game, bottom of the 9th. 3-2, it on the ground to first. The throw is loose, and the Rays win it. The throw down, and Perez could not come up with it. Bowers scores the winning run, and the Rays sweep the Kansas series.
And all I'm going to tell you, Dwayne, is that is the most appropriate way for this series to come to an end, period.
The ground ball to first, and O'Hearn's throw down. Perez could not handle it. It popped away from him. And the Rays win this one in the bottom of the ninth. It's a 4-3 final. They'll charge O'Hearn with an error on the low throw. And the Rays win it 4-3. Romo picks up the win, 3-3, and Flynn the loss, his record 3-5. The Coors Light refreshing finish. Here it is.
Well, let's see where it went wrong. Royals got exactly what they wanted. And boy, a short throw, and O'Hearn just looked like he yanked it. Glove side down. Boy, he had a short throw to make too. Kind of all elbow. Actually, it's short hop, Dwayne. Short hop right off the lips of that glove. Very sweet.
So the Rays win their 5th in a row. They're 67-61. Let's go downstairs to Michelle.
Thanks, Dwayne. Kevin, can you just explain what just happened?
Well, I just had to see a replay to confirm what happened. I thought he was going to be out right there, but, you know, just trying to put the ball in play right there, especially at 2 strikes. You know, Flynn was throwing some good two-seamers, and, you know, he did a good job. But like I said, when I get 2 strikes, I'm just trying to put the ball in play and make something happen. And, you know, and it working out for us right there. Got a good break on a ball in the dirt, you know, throwing it home like that, and worked out for our favor. That was a frustrating game for me personally. I'm glad that game is over. Not a whole lot went my way or our way that whole game, but hey, a win's a win, so we'll take it.
You told me earlier today that the reason you've had so much success lately is because you haven't been trying to do too much. How difficult is it to not try to do too much in a situation like that? Yeah,
you want to get yourself in a good count to hit in, and you know, for me right there, I was just trying to get my pitch, and, you know, had a couple counts I was feeling pretty good about, but like I said, he was throwing some really good two-seamers and swung right through them. So, you know, battled back to get 3-2 count and put the ball in play, and, you know, you're always trying to put the pressure on the defense. So ended up working out for us tonight, but this is a crazy game we play. So, hey, like I said, a win's a win. We'll take it any way possible.
You say a win is a win, but why are walk-offs that much better?
It's fun to celebrate on the field. We all feel like little kids, and you know, we try to end it. You know, we try to score enough runs in the first 8 innings so we don't have to play in the 9th. But if it comes down to it, so be it. But, you know, credit Jake Bowers and C.J. Crone and everyone else who got that inning going to put me in that position. And like I said, we'll take it any way possible. 4-game sweep, it's awesome, and we're having a lot of fun right now. So hopefully we just keep it rolling.
Kevin, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Back to you, Dwayne.
All right, thank you very much, Michelle. The Rays' 8th walk-off win of the year, defeating Kansas City 4-3 for Brian Anderson. Dwayne Stats. Hope you've enjoyed the telecast. Rays Live, the postgame comes your way next. We'll see you tomorrow night when the Rays host Boston.